Yeah, I definitely was doing teeth check. Because, of course, I ate before I did the video. How was your day? Legit. I laid on the floor for about half an hour and cried. Rough one. Told you. Last night. Just because I laid on the floor for half an hour and cried like intermittently, even while I was like doing customer service stuff, I was like literally crying in the middle of calls. It's detox time. Although it was last month too, but it's still ongoing. Like I said, especially for those who did not get that done. You know, and I don't think anybody got it done during quarantine. The biggest part of quarantine, not that quarantine's over, but I don't think we all did. I mean, this is just starting. I know you don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it, but yeah, my day was pretty shitty. But it was okay. You know, I'm here right now. I'm tired, and I can see it in my eyes that I've been like crying all day long. The loss is incredible. I was just listening to it, just as I was thinking about how I spent the day. I'm like, how am I going to do this reading? I'm like, I just spent half a day crying, half an hour crying at minimum. At minimum, that was the uncontrollable crying piece. And then Baker Street comes on, and that part where, oh God, where's the lyrics to that? Yeah, and it's taken you so long to find out you were wrong when you thought it held everything. You used to think that it was so easy. You used to say that it was so easy. But you're trying now. Another year and then you'd be happy. Just one more year and then you'd be happy. But you're crying now. I'm like, thank you, universe. You're so funny. The universe talks to me in song all the time. How do you get your messages? I get songs all the time, right? But we have to be strong. Like in my past life, I definitely know, and some people know this. I'll say it. I'm going to tell the world. When I was born, my other life was not over. There was another one of me, but she had pretty much given up her life at that point, which was why I was in a all-fired hurry to get on board to get here for this time. And I was about 8 years old when that other version of me passed. There were two of me until I was about 8 years old. I didn't know that. I know now. I'm more conscious of it now. Which is why I so resonate with songs like Baker Street and stuff like that, because like legit, I was like two people on the planet at the time. Dropped in today that I think she committed suicide. That version of me. And I'm not going to say that I have not thought about that. Everybody thinks about that. But I've thought about it a lot in my life. I'm not going to kill myself. That's not what I'm saying here. But that former version, you know, that pull can be really strong. And this time is really difficult for people to go through. So if you have people around you who are struggling, do not abandon them. Do not abandon them. Reach out to those people who you haven't heard from in a while. The people who can't get up from an uncontrolled crying situation from the floor and put on their headset and work for Amazon or whatever they do. The people who don't have the tools to do that, who go from that place to something else. Check in on your people. Check in on your people. Do not abandon them. Okay, so that's my PSA. All right, let's do the reading. Oh gosh, a bunch of cards that just came out. Yeah, and the bottom, Ten of Swords. Do not abandon your people. Okay, let's do the reading. Let's do it. So this is for Saturday night, August 8th. Into Sunday. I'm hoping to get a little time off tomorrow so we can do it a little earlier. But what are the messages? What are the blessed messages? Goodness. Well, we got the Five of Wands in reverse, came down. So that's good, you know. So we go from crying on the floor to, you know, reverse Five of Wands. So, you know, that could be read in two different ways. A Five of Wands card is usually a card of trivial, it's conflict. The number fives are always conflict, right? So we go from, you know, like I said, crying on the floor to, you know, a card of minor conflict. It's not like the swords, which are, you know, those thoughts, which are even worse than, like, it's like the sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. You know what? The words do hurt. The words do hurt. The actions hurt. But the words can hurt. And I was reading something on, there's a, oh God, I can't remember her name. I'll find it later and I'll put it in the thing, but she was talking about, she's like a life coach or something, relationship coach in New York. She was talking about how, you know, really it's this time where we're breaking free of family karma and like all the family responsibilities and things that were drilled into our head, the roles that we were supposed to play and have been playing that landed us in a pile of crap. You know, that all those roles that we thought we were supposed to fulfill and be and do. Well, they weren't working for our parents, which is why they don't work for us, and which, you know, we're changing that now, right? Yeah, we're changing that now. So those words, those beliefs, those ideas, you know, the South Node is in Sagittarius, and that's all about belief systems, right? The belief systems on a really large scale, on the larger consciousness scale, as well as, you know, our own philosophies. That's all changing, and especially with the South Node sitting on the galactic center today, right now, for a while. This is changing our belief systems. All the conflict. It's really just trivial drama, because this is actually a trivial card in a lot of respects. We're changing it. We're turning it upside down. But that doesn't mean it's comfortable, right? That doesn't mean it's comfortable. So what else do we have? What else do we have? What are the other messages that can come in? Spirit, what are the divine messages for Saturday night? Collective consciousness. We can share. Oh, are all these cards upside down? Damn. Anyway, no, but the High Priestess upside down. In reverse. Upside down cards are just like, these are things that you should pay attention to really strongly, right? It's just, and this is a major arcana card as well. So this is something, it's trying to draw your attention to something, a real shifted energy. It's our central card, so the High Priestess. So we may not have full access to our intuition, or we may not be listening to it, because we're so busy, like, with the conflict, right? We're so busy, like, being tied up in our heads that we can't quite hear and connect to our higher self. But you can always change that around. That was another thing that came up, was about changing of perspective, like being in the discomfort. Like, we had the Hangman. Again, the Hangman, was it last night? The Hangman is all about change of perspective. And it's about, like, being in super uncomfortable situations, being upside down about stuff, and just being willing to be in that place. And no matter what, to find some kind of comfort. To just hold on, just relax. We're being told to take a seat, like I said yesterday. And you might even, and to listen even harder. And actually, you know what? It might be easier to hear your intuition when you just are like, you know what? I'm upside down. This is where I'm at, and accepting the situation. It may not be awesome. It may not be what you like. Like I said, it's been coming up and coming up and coming up. We have the strength to do it. Even if we're feeling a little upside down about stuff, we have the strength to do it. We do. We've got the equipment. We have the equipment to get our butts off the floor. And I'm not going to say stop crying. I'm not going to ever say that to you. See, I can't even handle it. I'm not going to ever say stop crying. Oh, gosh. I would like to. What's the other card we have? What's the other card that we have? What are the other messages that we have this week? Give us the best guidance. Don't abandon your people. What are the best messages? Yes, I know you're waiting for me to get grounded again. Okay. Oh, yeah, those are a lot of cards, but thank you so much. We're not going to take all of these cards at all. We're just going to... The cards are so big, but I like them because they show up like really well. Here we go. The Hermit. So, yeah, you know what? One of the cards I saw was the Four of Swords was really sticking out of that pile. It just fell at my feet. That card came up in my personal meditation this morning. But this is the major arcana version of the Four of Swords, which is meditation, which is, again, shining your light in the darkness. Being discerning. Came up yesterday, right? Only go for what's worth it. Or be discerning about what is worth it. It was really interesting when I was meditating this morning. Here it is, pyrite. I didn't put this stone out to necessarily. It was off to the side. And I could look over, and all of a sudden it's like sitting next to me. This is a heavy-ass crystal. It's heavy. It's like it's almost 5. It's like 3.5 pounds, actually. It's not going to just move itself. Well, maybe it does. Uriel Firelight, love her. She's an awesome reader. Follow her on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you can find her. She's amazing. Yeah, this came over and it's sitting next to me. Fool's Gold. What's foolish? What are you fooling with? How are you fooling yourself? Be discerning. They're hidden gems. I came up in a meditation earlier too. What are the gems? And what's at the bottom of the deck? 3 of Cups, so a card of celebration. A card of being together. Don't abandon your people. And under that is another 3. 3 of Pentacles. Card of mastery. Card of, craftsmanship. Card of hooking up with the divine. They're in a church, right? To connecting with the divine to express your skills. Your expression of yourself in the world. When you're in a celebratory mode, when you're in that good mood, that confident mood. And then 2 of Wands, and you're making decisions, and here she is again. She's never far lately. These are some ones there. So those are some cards coming up. Ooh, sorry about that, Black Kyanite. So yeah, we've got some conflict going on. We're upside down, but we have the strength. We might feel like we don't have the strength, but it's just, it's here. It's a change of perspective. We just have to use our strength to actually step back rather than engage. So we can hear the intuition. The High Priestess card is also, again, our connection to the divine. So we may feel like we're not connected. We don't have that connection right now. But that's not true. And it may be as more difficult than ever to get up and shine your light. But shine we must. And we only do that by resting, by taking that break. Where's Archangel Michael? His card, came up for me really strongly in my meditation this morning, so we're going to use the Archangel Michael card deck today. So get into that celebratory mode. Get into a place, like, understand that things are all good. Things are all good. They are. Be in that place of gratitude. Recognize that you do have the skills. And it's just about connecting with spirit, connecting with the divine. Even if you think you can't, even if that connection feels like it is the furthest away from you than ever. I felt like that today. Serious self-worth crisis. But I got up off the floor. Told you it was going to be hard. The road is not easy, but you have the skills to do it. You do. I do. We can. We can. We're in it for the long haul. Go forward fearlessly. I didn't barely touch these cards. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, thank you for walking with me every step of the way, for holding my hand, giving me confidence and courage, and guiding my thoughts and actions in the direction of love and my true life's purpose. I can't even with this. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. This is just where I'm at. I'm not going to edit this. I don't edit my stuff. This is what we've got. This is where I'm at. This is where we're all at. So holding this light, he's holding the world in his hands. This beautiful light, right at the willpower chakra, right here at the solar plexus. You've got the power. Lean on your resources. You're not disconnected. You're not. You might feel like this, but you're not upside down. Or maybe you are, and that's fine. Be upside down. That's okay. The cats today, I posted a couple of pictures of my cats. It was International Cat Day, and one cat loves to sit in these like ridiculous positions, and the other one like sleeps in the sink. Like they sleep. If you look at cats, they definitely put themselves in the oddest positions, and be fine. That's what I posted. What do you learn about your pets? What do your pets teach you? I'm going to leave it at that. I love you. Reach out to people around you who might be struggling, or maybe hide that they're struggling. Okay? Let's lean on one another. Have a good one.